Hey, what's up, everybody? Andrew from Penn State here to give you the top 15 first basemen for 2018. Alright, now let's start off with number one, and that is obviously Paul Goldschmidt. A career year in many ways for Goldie. His slugging took a huge leap. The only thing he didn't have a career year in is stolen bases, which fell from 32 to only 18 last year. But you can see 117 runs, 36 home runs, 117 runs, 136 home runs, 120 RBIs, 18 stolen bases, 297 average. He is the obvious number one choice here. He gets a nod over some other guys that were deserving just because of the stolen bases, even though they did fall. Number two, we got Joey Votto, who is the on-base percentage king in baseball. He slugged over 541 the last 3 years. He gives you an elite average and very solid power. He had 36 home runs last year, had 100 RBIs in a lineup that wasn't that great, and he had a 454 on-base percentage with 578 slugging. So he is definitely one of the elite options at first base. Number three, we got Freddie Freeman, who only played in 117 games last year due to injury, and possible upgraded lineup with Christian Yelich rumors to Atlanta. You're hearing whispers about that. Even without that, though, he has an elite average. He'll hit for solid power. He had a career high in stolen bases. Now, it was only 8, but it was his career high, and this is going to be his age 28 season. You can see he hit 28 home runs in only 117 games. Number four, Anthony Rizzo. Last 4 years, he's hit 31 home runs once and 32 home runs 3 times. So he is a model of consistency. He's in a great lineup. He'll give you a solid average, great OBP, and his stolen bases rebounded some after only 3 bags in 2016. He stole 10 in 2017, so he can still mix in a bag here and there. Number five, we have Cody Bellinger, who came out of nowhere to dominate the league last year. He had 39 home runs and 480 at bats. He's in a great lineup. He could hit for a higher average. His BABIP was only 299. We'll wait and see on that. And he'll mix in a stolen bag here and there. He had 10 stolen bases, just like Rizzo did. Number six, Jose Abreu, who, like Rizzo, is a model of consistency with the home runs and the RBIs. He's in a terrible lineup, but he's a high floor, low risk guy, and that's why he's at number six. He'll give you a solid average. I don't. He's had over 100 RBIs every season he's played, but the lineup. It depends on what Moncada does and all that. We'll see what happens there. 7, Edwin Encarnacion, E5. His age 35 season, he's got great on base skills, and he's slugged over 500 6 years in a row. He had 38 home runs for the Indians last year while batting 258 with over the century mark in RBIs with 107. Just a great option at first base. Number 8, we got Rhys Hoskins. He's in a surprisingly good Phillies lineup. He took the league by storm last year. Huge power upside. He had 18 home runs in 50 games. And he's got a great walk rate. He had an OBP of 396 despite batting 259. He slugged over 600. This is a guy that could hit. I'm going to safely say, 40 home runs. Maybe 35 to 40 home runs next year. And a pretty good lineup, but should get the RBIs. Number 9, we got Miguel Cabrera, who had a down year for the first time in a long time. For the first time ever, really. This is his age 35 season coming up. I don't think he's done yet. This is the first time he's slugged under 500 since 2003 with the Marlins his rookie year. So I don't think he's done yet, despite the age. You get a massive draft discount with him. I've seen him go after the 100 mark in drafts, so you get a massive discount on Miguel Cabrera, and I would bet on a bounce back, especially on the average. Number 10, we got Wil Myers, his age 27 season. The stolen bases did fall a bit, but he still was a 20-20 person. He was actually a 30-20. He had 30 home runs last year with 20 RBIs. The thing is, he's in a terrible lineup in San Diego, and that's why he only scored 80 runs and had 74 RBIs. He also doesn't hit for a good average. He only hit 243 with 29 doubles, and that's why he's at number 10 despite the stolen base power upside. Number 11, we got Carlos Santana, another Philly. He's in, again, surprisingly good Phillies lineup. And he hit 23 home runs last year, but he's only 1 year removed from a 34 home run season. Citizens Bank Park should be good for him. He batted 259 last year. And he should slot right in the middle of that lineup, and I think he should get some good counting stats. Number 12, we got Eric Hosmer, who still has no destination yet. He's still a free agent. He could move up in the rankings depending on where he lands. He'll give you an elite average with middling power. He matched his career high in home runs with 25. I do think the average will come down somewhat. His BABIP was not terribly inflated, but it was a little higher than his career norm, so I think the average will come down a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see where he lands. Obviously, you've heard rumors in the Padres, you've heard rumors back to the Royals. Neither of those destinations are great for him fantasy-wise, because with Kansas City, they've already lost other people, and then San Diego has got a terrible lineup, so let's hope he goes to a better team than one of those two. Number 13, we got Ryan McMahon. And this is actually a minor leaguer who got a September call-up last year. First base should be his for the taking. 82 games in Coors. Yes, please. Excellent lineup. You can see those were his double and triple A numbers last year. 20 home runs, 11 stolen bases, a 355 average. Now, it was inflated a little bit by playing in the Pacific Coast League, but he should be a rising star come 2018. Number 14 is Justin Smoak. And the big question, was his breakout legit? His slugging jumped over 100 points. He's in a meh lineup. He hit 241 in the second half. And he's probably not a 270 hitter, but he's always kind of been known to have that power. So I don't think he'll hit 38 home runs, but I do think he can be a 30 home run guy again. I just don't think he's going to be a 270 hitter again. The number Park, age 26 season. You could see an uptick in power. He had 24 home runs last year. He did not score 655 runs. I wish he did. He scored 65 runs. 78 RBIs with a very solid 293 average. You can always follow me on Twitter at FantasyAid1 or email me at FantasyAid1@gmail.com. For FantasyAid, I'm Andrew, and thanks for watching.